What is up, guys? Welcome back to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Datamine video. And today's Datamine video, we got a ton to talk about because we're going to be talking about a bunch of, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's skills that are going to get added to Duel Links at some point. There's no release date for it. We're not sure if we're going to get all these skills day one when 5D's World does eventually come out, but still, they're all skills related for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds and Synchro summoning and stuff like that, so it's super exciting. Let's just go take a dive in it, but of course, as always, be sure to go hit that like button if you guys are excited and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, because there's all these leaks that we're going to be talking about, they're going to be split up into a bunch of different videos because there's just way too many skills to talk about. So be sure to go stick around for the channel for a little while now. But of course, you can always wait to like and subscribe until, you watch the video. I'd recommend watching the video before you're doing that. I just got to do that, promotion, shout out shenanigans at the start of the video. But yeah, we have a ton of stuff to talk about. Strap down, grab some popcorn or something, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And for today's league video, we're only going to be talking about Yusei's skills that we're going to potentially get, and some other generic Synchro skills that are probably still going to be related to Yusei and some other characters, but they're super generic and can be used in a lot of different Synchro type of decks. So we're just going to kind of get diving in today's video. So we're going to first talk about some skills right here. So we have 3 skills on the board right here, and yeah, we're just going to go dive into it. So first of all, we have level copy. Reveal 1 monster in your hand and then target a face-up monster on your side of the field. That target's level becomes equal to the level of the revealed monster. This skill can only be used once per duel. Super cool skill right there. It makes it super easy to get certain levels that you need, because for anybody that doesn't know how to get a Synchro monster on the board, you need a tuner monster and a non-tuner monster, and the tuner monster and the non-tuner monster needs to equal the exact level of the Synchro monster that you're going to want to Synchro summon into. So something like level copy is actually a super cool skill. Now sadly, you only can use it once per duel, but still, you're going to make it a lot easier to go for a certain Synchro summon, so you can switch any of your monsters on the board to a certain level like that, which is just really cool, and it's going to make Synchro summoning a lot easier. And I also forgot to mention a little bit ago, all of these skills are from Game A. They were leaked from the Japanese files of the game, and Yazin, XOF, and Dragon all confirmed that yes, this is stuff that's legit. It's not fake or anything like that. So even though it's from Game A, it is legit and stuff like that, and they've been a reliable data miners in the past. Huge shout out to the whole data mine squad, I guess you could say, for the stuff. But I knew I forgot something in that little intro thing right then and there. But yeah, level copy, super cool skill. Next up, we have level promotion. Reveal a monster in your hand and then target a face-up monster on your side of the field. The target level increases by the level of the revealed monster. This skill can only be used once per duel. I feel like this skill could work a little bit too, but I feel like it's just not as good as level copy, because with level copy, it's just like, boom, there you go, same exact level of the monster. But at the same time, I guess if you're running like monsters that are super low level, I guess level promotion might work out pretty well. Maybe for like a junk Synchron deck or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that might be the case right there. I think level promotion might be pretty cool too. And then we have level demotion. Reveal a monster from your hand. Target a face-up monster inside of the field, and that target's level decreased by the level of the monster. This skill can be only used once per duel. Super cool skills. I just love how it's a super easy way to get Synchro summons, because I know a lot of people are really curious on how Synchro summoning is going to work well in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, because we only have 3 monster zones. But I think with the addition of using skills, it's going to help out so much to get Synchro summons off in this game, simply because of skills. I think skills are going to make it so much easier to do. So these level skills are really cool. I think most people are going to use level copy and promotion, mostly copy. I feel like copy is going to be used the most, but demotion might be used a couple times, but not in too many decks. But still, it's going to be super cool. These are super generic versions of the skills, so we're probably going to see, it's probably going to be some of these skills you're going to see a lot with different duelists and stuff like that. This is not specifically for Yusei. It's just that in today's video, we're going to talk about some generic Synchro skills and Yusei skills, and then future videos we're going to talk about different skills, so just heads up on that. So yeah, these are not for Yusei, but they are super generic, and they could potentially be for Yusei and other characters and all that stuff. Next up, we're going to be talking about 3 more skills right here. So first of all, we have level tuning. This card can, or not, this skill can be used when your life point is at 2,000 or below. Choose 2 monsters you control and declare a level between 1 through 4. They become that level. That's an also really cool skill right there, and I feel like it's one of those skills like Destiny Draw, where you could get below 2,000 life points, have a deck that gains life points, and then you can keep using the skill too much. At the same time though, if you're building a Synchro deck, I doubt you're going to want to use like I guess if Synchro Psychics become popular, that could be a thing. Actually, that's now thinking about it, if Synchro Psychics become a thing, that at level tuning actually would be a pretty good skill that you can use repeatedly and stuff like that, because it just says can be used when your life points 2,000 or below if you gain life points or whatever. you can, like, you know, and then lose life points again, you can pop the skill. I think something like that, but still, it's a neat skill. 2 monsters you control, you can declare a level between 1 and 4, and they become the level. And also, if Xyz monsters become a thing in the Duel Links, this could also help with Xyz summoning, now thinking about it, but for now, it's just for Synchro summoning and all that good stuff. Next up, we have Toon Morph Normal. Reveal 2 monster in your hand, and then target a face of normal monster you control. That target becomes a tuner monster, and this skill can only be used once per duel. So with a lot of skills in Duel Links, like, you know, like Monster Morph in Duel Links, and like what other skills are there that has this like beginning part? I can't think of that at the top of my head, but basically Toon Morph is basically going to be a common skill, and it's going to be in all sorts of different ways. So like, for example, we know with Monster Morph, there's like up and down Monster Morph. Monster Morph up, you can, like, from what I remember on the top of my head, you can, you know, evolve one of your like level 6 monsters to a level 7 monster, and then Monster Morph down, it goes from 6 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Toon Morph is basically going to be like that, and there's going to be a couple more Toon Morph skills that we're going to be talking about in today's video. And Toon Morph Normal, it reveals a tuner monster in your hand, and then target a face of monster you control, and that target becomes a tuner monster. The skill can be used once per duel. First of all, this is like a super cool skill for multiple things. First of all, for some like super crazy Synchro monsters that are going to be difficult to summon, that take like a tuner monster or a Synchro tuner monster and like 2 other Synchro monsters, with the use of skills like Toon Morph Normal and some other skills, it's going to be making it easier to summon those crazy Synchros that take way too many materials to work. Because for example, you could have just a generic Synchro monster on the board, and with Toon Morph Normal, you can turn that into a tuner Synchro monster, which would be super cool right there. And just in general, Toon Morph Normal would be really cool because you reveal the tuner monster in your hand, and then you can just go for a Synchro summon. So if you already did like your normal summon that turn, and you only had 2 normal monsters on the board, or just 2 generic monsters on the board, you can play Toon Morph Normal to change one of them to a tuner monster. So the fact that skills are going to definitely change up how Synchro summoning is going to operate in this game is super cool, and I'm so excited for the future of Duel Links when it comes to just Synchros and stuff like that. And last skill in this block that I organized is that we have Assault Mode Change. Shuffle an Assault Mode card from your hand into the deck, and then add an Assault Mode Activate from your deck to your hand. The skill can be only once per turn, and lucky for you guys, I got Assault Mode Activate on the field, or like, not on the field. We're not playing Duel Links right now, we're talking about Duel Links. But I have Assault Mode Activate right here. Here's the trap card. It tribute a Synchro monster and special summon 1 Assault Mode monsters. Jeez, I have something on my lip. It's bothering me. And then includes the tributed monster's name from your deck. The special summon monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Controlled during your opponent to turn. Oh wait, jeez, I cannot read right now. I got distracted by my lip, and I'm still distracted by my lip. My lip bothering me. I'm trying to record a video, so I'm just gonna redo that part. Tribute to a Synchro monster, special summon an Assault Mode monster whose name includes the tributed monster's name from your deck. The special summon monster cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects controlled by your opponent during the turn special summon. This card is super cool. So basically how Assault Mode cards work is that, like it says, you tribute one of your Synchro monsters and then special summon a new Assault Mode monster from your deck onto the board and stuff like that. It doesn't say hand in deck, it only says deck. That's going to be annoying, especially in a 20 card, 30 card format, 20, 30 card format. Nonetheless though, Assault Mode's super cool because you take your like popular Synchro monsters, you send them to like the graveyard to get these Assault Mode versions that are a little bit better than you know, the actual monster. And what's cool about the trap card is that it makes your Assault Mode monsters immune for that turn from your opponent's effects and stuff like that. So that's really cool right there. Assault Mode is just a cool little concept. I never used it before in the TCG when I did like play it a little bit, or in the like DS video games and stuff like that, but I've heard of the concept before, and it's super cool right there. So Assault Mode Activate, considering it's going to be a skill, is going to be pretty cool right here, I think. And also what's cool about the skill too is that they also realize that it if you have it in your hand, it's going to be a problem. So if you accidentally have one of your Assault Mode cards in your hand, you can use the skill to shuffle it back to your deck to add an Assault Mode Activate from your deck to your hand. That's going to make this version of the deck much more consistent, which is that's actually pretty cool. I love how the skill really combos well with the Assault Mode activation thing. So that's super cool right there. Extremely excited about that. Next up, we're going to talk about some more generic skills, but I can definitely tell that these skills are mostly going to be for Yusei, but they're like generic and they can be used in a ton of different decks. First of all, we have level 2 booster. Level 2 or lower monsters you control gain 200 attack. And okay, Warrior Booster though, Warrior Synchro monsters you control gain 100 attack times their level. The skill can be used once per turn. So this is like a different version of Beatdown, but for Warrior Synchro monsters. But this could actually be extremely good, because now thinking about it, so if you have Junk Warrior on the board, that's a Synchro Warrior 5-star. You play Warrior Booster, you're giving him 500 attack. That's super cool right there, okay? And, you know, if you have Nitro Warrior, he has like 2,800 attack, and I believe, yeah, since he's Nitro Warrior, if we get like Nitro Warrior in Duel Links, use Warrior's Booster, he gains 700 attack because he's a 7-star, 3,500 attack right there. Now, I'm remembering on top of his head, so if I goof up on any point, I'm sorry about that, boys, but this skill's kind of cool. I don't think it'll be as consistent as stuff like Beatdown, but it's still a really cool skill, and if you have a super spammy Synchro Warrior deck, I feel like this skill might be a little bit better in certain scenarios compared to Beatdown. So that's really cool right there. Now sadly, yeah, it doesn't give it to all the rest of the monsters. That would be broken, but super cool skill right there. Most likely going to be a Yusei skill, but it's like it's kind of like more like a generic skill. Like there might be some future warrior monsters, synchro monsters in the game, so that's why I kind of threw it in the little generic pool and stuff like that. And the next up, we have some more skills. Now these are most likely, yeah, these are pretty much the Yusei skills, but still they're like pretty like kind of like generic and can be used in multiple decks. So anyways, we have tuning. This can be used each time your life points decrease by 1,800 in the draw phase. Instead of drawing a normal card, draw a Synchron tuner monster of your choice and send the card at the top of your deck to the graveyard. The skill can only be used once per turn. Interesting, this is actually a super cool skill. So yeah, you draw a Synchron monster guaranteed, and there's a ton of Synchron monsters that we're going to be able to talk about in today's video that are going to be kind of confirmed for the future of Duel Links. And then also you send a card from the top of your deck to the graveyard. This is good to combo well with these type of decks because there's a lot of certain like cards in these like Synchron decks that they like to be in the graveyard because you can special summon them back from the graveyard to go for synchro summons. Because, like, you know, fan favorite Junk Synchron, you can play tuning, top deck into Junk Synchron, and then hopefully with the tuning skill, it will mill one of your like Quibble, Hedgehog, or Speed Warriors. You summon your Junk Synchron onto the board. Junk Synchron's effect plays where you special summon a level 2 or lower monster onto the board, and then you can go for synchro right there. Super cool right there. And then we also have Angel's Baton. During your draw phase, starting on the 4th turn, instead of doing a normal draw, you can draw 2 cards and send 1 card of your choice from your hand to the graveyard. I think we all know and love Angel Baton. Angel Baton was used so many times in the anime and stuff like that, so it's actually really cool right there that we have Angel Baton in like Duel Links as a skill. It's not going to be broken either because you do have to wait for 4 turns and stuff like that, but it can really help out like coming in 4 turns. Like I think Angel Baton might be just a very generic skill that can be used in a lot of decks. It's a really good skill, to be honest. This skill might be used like a ton in the future of the game, so that is very interesting right there. But yeah, these are pretty much all the generic skills. Of course, tuning and Angel Baton will most likely be with Yusei. And I guess another thing I forgot to mention is that we don't have any like confirm on if we're going to get all these skills when 5D's World comes out, or like what characters are going to be with, but overall, they're just going to be, at some point, we're going to be able to use them in the game and stuff like that, and it's going to be super cool right there. But no release date yet for these, of course, but still super cool to talk about, and I can't wait till we just get some of these skills in the game. But next up, we're going to be talking about some super specific skills to Yusei. First of all, we're going to be talking about the Dragon Head Mark. At the beginning of the duel, you can add 2 Junk Synchron to your deck and 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. Now, there's a lot to talk about with skills like these. So what I've been noticing is that when I was looking, yeah, let's do this actually. Oops, let's, right here. This is not helping. Trying to do some live editing or whatever, and it's not letting me pick up the cards or whatever. This is annoying. I want to move, there we go. I want to just move the cards over here. Whoops. I made my face cam way too big for this. On-screen editing, super professional YouTuber, clearly. But anyway, so yeah, this Dragon Head Mark skill is super cool right here because there's a couple things to talk about for sure. At the beginning of the duel, you can add 2 Junk Synchrons from your deck to your deck and 1 Stardust Dragon from your extra deck. Now, does this mean that we're not going to be able to farm for Junk Synchron and Stardust Dragon when 5D's World comes out? Is the only way we're going to be able to do the only way to do like certain like duels and stuff like that with these cards, is it only going to be through skills, or is it going to be like with Esperopa, where Esperopa gave us a Jinzo in Duel Links, only 1 Jinzo, but if you wanted to run more copies of Jinzo, you would have to play your skill. What I'm going to be hoping is that when Yusei comes into Duel Links, we're going to get 1 copy of Junk Synchron and Stardust Dragon, and then if we want more copies of these cards, we can use this skill right here to just add more copies of the cards to make our deck kind of consistent, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be hoping for, but at the same time, I really want Stardust Dragon to be a farmable card at the gate, because I just want that chance of getting a prismatic Stardust Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. That would be a super cool right there, but still, nonetheless, yeah, it's a skill. Now, another interesting thing, too, is that currently in Duel Links, we only have 5 extra deck slots in our just for our extra deck. Extra deck wasn't that useful like in Duel Links right now because it's only for fusion summons, but considering synchros are going to be a thing now in Duel Links, it's going to be very interesting on how we're going to do it. Now, what's cool is that with these skills, it's going to bypass that extra deck limit of 5, and we can get more extra deck cards in the game. So I feel like with these skills that are adding extra deck monsters to the extra deck, of course, it's going to help out a ton when it comes to just building our synchro decks, because we're going to have more versatility in our toolboxes that are limited to 5. We can use the skill to limit to like increase our extra deck to like 6 or 7 possibly, you know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting skill, and I'm really excited about that. And then yeah, anyways, and then if you guys want to go check out these boys, for anybody that doesn't know, Junk Synchron's a 3-star warrior tuner monster. When this card's normal summon, you can target a level 2 or lower monster from graveyard, especially some of the targeted defense search, but its effects are negated. Stardust Dragon, Yusei's ace monster, a tuner or non and plus 1 or more non-tutor monsters during either player's turn. When the card effect is activated that would destroy cards on the field, you can tribute this card, negate the activation if you do destroy it. During the end phase, if this card is activated this turn and was not negated, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So super cool right there, a lot of fun. Can't wait to try out Stardust Dragon and Duel Links. I'm so excited for that. Next up, we're going to be talking about a skill called Entrusted Bond. At the beginning of the duel, add 2 Stardust Dragons to your extra deck. When your life points is 1,000 or below, set 1 Wicked Rebirth only once. So yeah, like I talked about earlier, with these type of skills, we can add more cards to our extra deck instead of only be limited to 5. Now, I don't know how useful having 2 Stardust Dragons will be in a 20-30 card deck, but we'll have to wait and see how good Synchros are going to be when Duel Links first comes out with 5D's World and stuff like that. But super cool right there. And then if you guys want to know what Wicked Rebirth is, I'm not going to move it this time. We already talked about Stardust Dragon. Wicked Rebirth is a continuous trap card. Activate this card by paying 800 life points, then target a Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it in attack position, and its effects are negated. Also cannot declare an attack this turn. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When this monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Now, the only thing I do like about this thing is that the fact that you can easily special summon a Synchro monster. Most likely, this is just going to be really good for just going for it. If Duel Links and Konami wants to add the crazy Synchro monsters that take like a tuner Synchro, and like as for the non-tuners, they have to be Synchro monsters. Crazy Synchro summons like that, Wicked Rebirth will be good for that, and you're gonna probably want to use that skill for those type of Synchros. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, most likely you're not going to really pop off with Wicked Rebirth too much. But I guess at the same time, you could go for like, you summon your Junk Warrior, and then you Synchro summon using Junk Warrior with one other Synchro, and then you can special summon it back with Wicked Rebirth, and like keep going for like certain Synchros. Like maybe Wicked Rebirth will be a potential combo piece to like going for some crazy big Synchros and stuff like that. Like I'm actually really excited to see what the Yu-Gi-Oh community for Duel Links is going to do when it comes to just making these Synchro decks and stuff like that. So maybe Wicked Rebirth can be a potential for more Synchro stuff and all that good stuff. But yeah, nothing too crazy right there. Wicked Rebirth, neat card, I guess. And yeah, it's going to be a skill only and stuff like that. Next skill we're going to be talking about is Quick and Warrior. At the beginning of the duel, you can add 2 Quickdraw Synchrons to your deck and 2 random Warrior Synchro monsters, which need a tutor monster in your extra deck. Super cool right here. I think this skill is just going to be a ton of fun to do, because I guess we can just talk about Quickdraw Synchron real quick for anybody that doesn't know. Quickdraw Synchron is a 5-star wind machine tuner monster. You can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard for a Synchro summon. Oh yeah, and then yeah, just to special summon this guy, you can discard a card. For a Synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any Synchron tuner monster. Cannot be used as a Synchro material except Synchro summon a monster that lists Synchron as a tuner monster. Its attack is 70, or not 70, 700, and a defensive 400, 1400. Man, reading is hard, let me tell you, boys and girls. Reading is difficult, but yeah, this card is super cool right here. Quickdraw Synchron is a classic card. It just goes into combos really easily, and considering how a lot of these Synchron decks, they have a lot of low-level non-tuner monsters, so the fact that Quickdraw Synchron's a 5-star that's easily special summonable is really cool. If we get Quillbolt Hedgehog in the game, you can pitch Quillbolt Hedgehog to special summon Quickdraw Synchron, and then special summon Quillbolt Hedgehog from your graveyard onto the board to go for a 7-star Synchro summon. Like, that would just be insane. And Quickdraw Synchron's going to be such a fun card to play with and just use for Synchro summons in the game. And with the skill, we get to add random Synchron monsters. So for certain Synchron monsters you don't have in the game, we can potentially get them through the skill. And like I said, it increases your extra deck, so you can run 5 extra deck monsters that you know you want, and then hopefully with the Quick and Warrior, you can just just add some extra monsters into your deck for some potential combos and stuff like that. Because what's super cool about the extra deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG is it's a toolbox that you can use to your advantage, and now we're kind of getting close to that point where it's going to be a viable toolbox for us with the inclusion of Synchro monsters. So it's going to be super cool right there. Super excited to try out this skill. Next up, we're going to be talking about another Tuner Morph card, our Tuner Morph skill, Tuner Morph Stardust Spark. Treat Stardust Spark Dragon you currently control as a tuner monster. The skill can only be used once per turn. Now, that skill right there, I doubt most people are going to be using too much, because let's just take a look at Stardust Spark Dragon real quick. Stardust Spark Dragon is an 8-star light dragon synchro effect to tuner and non-tuner monsters once per turn during either player's turn except during the damage step. You can target one face-up card you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. Dude, that's like really good. You could target any of your monsters on the board and it cannot be destroyed by a battle or card effects each turn and stuff like that. That's cool, and it works on both players' turn. Like, this card is so good. And I'm just glad that the Tuner Morph, you know, Stardust Spark exists, because it's telling us that Stardust Spark Dragon will be a potential card in Duel Links in the future. But, like, I doubt I'm using this skill. I'm just going to just have my boy on the board, because this card looks so cool. I love Stardust Dragon artworks. They're, like, so cool. And this guy's just invincible. Like, dude, it's such a cool card. Now, it cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. You can still banish it with Fate. Big yikes. Spellbooks can still banish Stardust Spark Dragon. Big yikes, I just realized that. Still, cool card right there. Love Stardust Spark Dragon. Such a cool card. Still, Fate can banish it still. Big yikes. But yeah, Tuner Morph cards, or skills, like I said, it's going to be a common skill that you're going to see. Maybe we'll get like a Tuner Morph for like Red Dragon Archfiend and like other certain Synchro cards and stuff like that. But still, it's super cool right there. Next up, we're going to be talking about Beacon of Grace. Shuffle a Tuner monster from your hand or your deck to special summon, or just to summon, a Majestic Dragon from your deck. This skill can be used once per turn. So yeah, Majestic Dragon is this card right here. Now, Majestic Dragon on paper is not really special at all. It's just a 1-star light dragon tuner effect. Cannot be used as a synchro material except for the synchro summon of a Majestic monster. 0 attack, 0 defense. But Majestic Dragon is used for these for the Majestic Stardust Dragon, the Majestic Red Dragon Archfiend. It's for those. So I didn't want to like put Red Dragon Archfiend and Stardust Dragon Red Dragon Archfiend, the Mystic one, and the Mystic Stardust Dragon in this video, simply because it could be used for both of them, and I'm not sure which one this skill is going to be used for, and possibly Beacon of Grace might be used for both, might be skills for both Yusei and Jack, so I don't know about that. But yeah, Majestic Dragon right there is a pretty just neat little monster, because you can use this for going for the special summon of those Majestic Dragons, which, you know, the Majestic Dragons might not pop off that much in the game or whatever, but it'll still be super cool to summon nonetheless. But I guess that's going to do it for me, guys, though. 23-minute video. Holy crap, guys. But hope you guys enjoyed today's leak video. This was a long one, like I said, but the next leak videos are most likely going to be much shorter than this, and yeah, just sort of that all the stuff. There's going to be a ton of, you know, Duel Links leak videos, so be sure to go hit that subscribe button down below so you guys can notify when future leak videos come out for all these skills, because I'm going to be talking about a bunch of them today and all that good stuff. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, enjoyed the goofiness and mishaps that happened in today's video, be sure to go hit that like button down below. I'm super excited about this. I'm having a ton of fun just learning about all these new leaks and stuff like that. Of course, we don't have any confirmed date for any of these just yet, but it's still super cool just to talk about the potential of using these cards in Duel Links. I'm super excited about this, guys, and I hope you guys are too. But yeah, outro aside, I'll see you guys in the next Duel Links Datamine video. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Adios.